Mm. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is your girl Gigi, and your girl looking for um some decorations. Okay, your girl is looking for. Okay, let me tell you what happened. So I'm in this whole process of redoing my room, right? And so now I have a paint on my wall. So with one of my walls, I'm just gonna do like I wanted to do like a DIY glitter wall, but I don't want to be bothered with glitter. So I'm just going to do a like a wallpaper. So I have that. I have my X-Acto knives and stuff for that. But now comes to the point where I have to get paint. And the situation with that is I literally bought a silver paint and two gray paints, and one of the silver paint I mixed with a little bit of white, and I love the color gray that it produced. So now I have to go to Home Depot and try to find that color gray. And I don't know. I don't know. I might have to tell the lady, like, listen, you mix a little of this with a little of that. Like, I don't know. Just give me that color gray. So now I have to go to Home Depot and find that color gray, because the gray that I thought that I wanted is actually way too dark for my room. It's too dark. And I'm not trying to have like a super dark room. So that's that. And then I gotta find me a lamp. And the last time I went to Home Goods, baby, it triggered my OCD. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I wanted to go through every aisle and fix everything in that store. Like, I wanted to literally, it was picture frames, it was just pots, pans, it was just decoration. It was so much of everything everywhere. It looked like Home Goods threw up inside of itself, and I was just like, baby, this is triggering like my OCD right here. Like I went in there, I literally was in there for like 5 minutes and I had to leave. Like I literally had to leave. And so right now I've been to like Walmart, I've looked on IKEA, I've looked at home, I've looked at a Home Goods, just to find. I'm looking for a specific lamp, and most of the lamps nowadays they are pretty much, especially the ones that come with lamp. I don't know what it is with these people, and they think that we want yellow lighting. We don't want no damn yellow lighting. Like, we want a bright light. So I did find one, because especially if you go to like IKEA, you're gonna have to like try and arrow these damn lamps and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure, like, I love the fact that they're LED, but they don't work for every lamp. So now I saw one, it's at Home Goods, and I'm like, baby, I'm the type of person that I would buy it online and pick it up in store, because I she knew. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I've pretty much been doing early since I've gotten up. Basically doing a lot of reflection on me and a lot of things that I have to do. And I also have to go to IKEA and get some bins. I know this is like the topic before the conversation, but who cares? Okay. So I have to literally go and get some bins from IKEA, because I have a shoe rack that I am throwing out. I pretty much could sell it if you live in like New York. You could come and pick it up. It's like $40. 50 bucks. Like, let me raise the price on that, bitches, because I have to carry that bitch home from Long Island. Okay. So pretty much a 50 bucks. It's a shoe rack, and you can pretty much adjust it to whatever height you want. You can literally make two shoe racks. You can literally make big spaces, small spaces, however you want. You can't make like super small spaces because it's only but so many fucking shelves in that bitch. So y'all know what it is. So that's what I've been doing. Like, I definitely gotta go and try to find that paints at Home Depot. If I could I'm gonna take a picture of it and I'm gonna show the lady like I mixed these two together and it gave me this color and this is the color I want because that color, that other color, that gray color was way too dark. Okay, she was way too dark for the girl. She was way too dark for the girl, and I was like, "Your girl not gonna be doing no dark room and stuff like that and stuff like that." And no, and no, and no. Okay, so. And today a message, and I should have wrote this down, and I have that habit of it, and I just be like, y'all, like it be in my head, and I be like, let me write it down, and I don't write it down because I just be doing other stuff and stuff like that. So that is my area of opportunity. So that is today's topic, areas of opportunity, and that's basically where can you, you know, like what open area of your life can you really challenge yourself to grow, right? What open area of your life do you need to work on? And for that's going to fit so many different ways for so many different people. So for some people, that's probably exercise and dieting. Maybe you eat out a lot. Maybe you eat a lot of certain foods that you know ain't good for you because you know we all. I'm not blaming you for that. So it could be exercising and diet. It could be spending more time with your kids, getting to know your kids a little bit more. It could be a lot of things about you, finding out things that you like to do, doing things that you've never done before. I was just talking to one person. We was talking about dates and stuff like that. Like, you know, me and my coworkers or whatever, we like to talk about like, you know, fun dates and whatever. Like sometimes, you know, we like to go back and forth on stories on like where we went out on a day and what's our favorite day and types of stuff like that. And I said, you know, bowling is not my thing. So if you competing and I'm on your team, baby, just know that most of the time, I don't know. We could win, we could lose. It's up in the air. It's up in the stuck. I don't know. But bowling is not my thing. And I don't know how to do pool. Okay, so people's like, let's go on a date to a pool hall, and it's like, baby, she's not a pooler. Okay, like I don't. Let's go mini golfing. I've never done that, but I'm open to do mini golfing. So it's like finding areas of opportunity for yourself. Maybe you could do like a paint and sip. Most of the paint and sip I know, especially in New York, they normally be filled with like friends or couples. But go by yourself, okay? Maybe that's an area of opportunity, doing things for yourself. Let me try to move this. You do a little damn. Maybe that's an area of opportunity for you. Maybe you're the type of person that don't like to do things by yourself, right? Maybe you always gotta have that somebody, those somebodies to go with you. I used to be like that. I used to plan out birthdays or plan out certain things and, you know, be dependent on other people to come and celebrate it with me instead of just going and doing it by myself. Until I started to do it by myself. And then I started to take myself out to eat. I took myself out to the movies. I've taken myself out for my birthday by myself. So I've pretty much moved away from the need of needing people to celebrate or go places with me. Like, baby, your girl go to the mall by herself. I would travel. I would just travel. I would up and travel by myself because I don't have the need of wanting or needing other people to come with me or to celebrate anything with me because I can do it literally by myself. Like, that's the point. That's the whole point of being self-sufficient and independent. Doing it on your own and having the best time of your life. Because I've been watching a lot of videos lately, especially my YouTube videos for some of my favorite girls. And a lot of these girls be going on trips with their friends and they be exposing their friendship, okay? They be exposing the nitty-gritty. So, you know, it's definitely looking at the areas of opportunity within yourself. Is it spending more, like I said, spending more time with yourself, eating a lot better? Is it finally deciding, you know, where I'm at, where I'm living at is no longer serves me? Because, you know, definitely the energy, not only in the home, but in the surrounding area, like the state, the town, the city or whatever that you live in can also, you know, weigh you down because especially if it's a lot of things going on, it's a lot of heavy energies already, then it's going to be a lot of crap. It's going to be a lot of things going on. It's going to be a lot of things going on, and that's going to really affect your energy and stuff like that. It's really going to affect you, boo. It's really going to affect you. Okay, so let me kind of move you up a little. You never know Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay, so it's really going to affect you in some type of way, one way or the other, right? It's basically saying this job isn't it. This job isn't for me. It's knowing your worth, especially when it comes to a job, right? Your area of opportunity. Where can you grow? If this is a job that you want to move up in, you want to be, a manager, assistant manager, store manager, okay? In the corporate world of that job, it's like, where's the area of opportunity? Where can you pick up and learn from? And it's not about kissing ass, but it's about knowing your shit. Like, I've worked with a lot of ass kissers, and I still work with ass kissers at jobs and stuff like that. And it's like, it's like great for you. Okay, so like I said, depending on what it is, it could be definitely spending time with your kids, right? Learning your kids, learning the things that they like, learning their behavior patterns, learning their education patterns. Because sometimes, especially if you're a parent and you tend to be out a lot or you tend to work a lot, you can really miss out on um certain things when it comes to your kids, especially if your child is one to have like educational setback, right? So let's say if they have a learning disability or something like that, and because you work so much, you don't really know um, you don't really know that because you're always working or you're at school or you're doing this or you're doing that, or maybe you're one of those party parents. Don't know why you have, okay, but maybe you're one of those party parents and you often ship your kids out to grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, godparents, or whatever. It's time to look at that window of opportunity and say, this is the time for me to step up and become a parent and actually learn something, because kids always will teach us something. Kids are the, like, I don't know, but kids will always teach us something about ourselves or something we need to learn in general. Kids definitely teaches me how to just be in the moment. Uh, like, my imagination is crazy, but when I be linking up with my niece, her imagination and my imagination, homegirl done made up a whole story that I was taking her to Miami to go to the beach, and I'm like, sis, I haven't even talked to you, okay? She like if I'm at my sister's house, she's and I'm on, like, I could just be like on my phone, just like sending the email. She's like, "Are you looking for matching outfits for us to go out?" And I'm like, "What?" Okay. Like, I love her down. Like, I literally love her down. So it's definitely looking at areas of opportunity. Maybe you're the type of person that needs to do a little spring cleaning. You need to throw things out. Maybe you have a junky closet. Okay, maybe it's a lot of things that you don't use. Like, I have clothes. Like, I have um some stuff that's going on a Poshmark. Okay, let me tell you the little backstory of that. So I ordered some stuff from Shein about last summer, and recently, probably I want to say December, January ish, and with Shein sizes, child. And their things, like my bottoms, I'm a large. So like if I go and get like workout leggings or like sweat shorts and stuff like that, I am a large. Um, and that's just what that is. So a large, extra large, depending on the company, depending on the brand, depending on how it fits. Because I do have a pair of leggings. They're rib leggings, but they're from Nike, and a large is too big. Um, so your girl gotta get a medium in that, and I don't think they sell that one no more. So it's okay. But normally, like my workout leggings and stuff like that from like Gap and Old Navy, they are all a size large. Okay, all a size large. My pajama shorts I have on now, I believe they're either a medium or a large. I want to say a large, so let's just go with a large. Okay, and um, and my tops, I am a extra large to a 1X, so you can kind of see the comparison of the body. Okay, because she looked good either way. Okay, okay. So in Shein, now if you shop on Shein, I know this is probably, but listen. Okay, if you shop on Shein, they have a 3X, which is a 3X, which is considered a 1X, right? and then they have their 3X. And me being a dun um, not paying attention was ordering stuff in a 3X and not a 3X 1X. So now I have a bunch of stuff that is a 3X and she can't fit. And I didn't try them on. I just took them out the pack. I held them up and I folded it back and I said, she can't fit me, okay? So I do have, so that's my area of opportunity. Definitely selling and throwing away a lot of things that I don't need anymore, and not just holding on to it. So that will be my area of opportunity. Just getting rid of waste, and waste could be anything in your life. Waste could be friends. It could be family. Because not all family is supposed to be there, child. And I'll get into another video on that later, but it could be friends, it could be family, it could be a job, it could be where you live, it can be a car, it can be, you know, maybe you're a person that needs to spend more time. Maybe your area of opportunity is definitely self-care. Definitely spending a lot of time to relearn you and to really put that focus, that time, that attention, that love, that dedication back on you. Like I said, and that can all go into working out, eating a lot healthier. You know, if you're a person that normally goes to a salon every 2 weeks or every month to get your hair done, you know, try sitting in front of a mirror and just doing your own hair. You understand what I'm saying? Try new things. Like I just bought some eyelashes from Alibaba, so they just came. So, and I know for that I'm gonna have to cut them because they seem pretty long. And you know, your girl, eyelash really got eyebrows, y'all. You know, can't. So, so I did get some eyelashes from there, and then I'm gonna just see. I don't know how they're gonna look, child. They look really voluptuous. Okay, I would just. There was a doubt there. I would just like click, click, click. Okay, on Alibaba. I mean AliExpress. So, you know, so maybe, you know, maybe you have wigs that's. Maybe your area of opportunity is to create that project. Okay, create that project that you know that you've been wanting to create, that you've been wanting to start. You done thought of the name for the business. You done thought of what type of fragrances you have for the business. Maybe your window of opportunity is to think of the fragrances, or to think of what you would call your makeup line, or what you would call your hair line, or your clothing line, or your cleaning business, or your dog walking business, your lawn mowing business, your DIY business. I don't care what it is. Your home, or maybe you're a person who's really good at home organization and really, putting a lot of things together and boiling on a budget. Okay, maybe that could be a business name for you, boiling on a budget. I don't know if anybody else have that name, but definitely do your research and look it up and put that into the database and see. Cause you could check to see if a name is taken or not before you go for it or whatever. And maybe you could spell it different. It could, maybe you could, spell it different. It ain't gotta be BALLING or BALLIN. Maybe you could spell it different. Put your own little spin on it. Boiling on a budget. You know what I'm saying? Make it a little ratchet. I don't know how you want to do it, but that's your window of opportunity, right? And then it could be maybe you like hair. Okay, maybe you're a girl that wear a lot of nails. Maybe you're a girl that wear a lot of wigs. Maybe get you some mannequin heads and really start talking to these vendors. And I know talking to these vendors, especially on Alibaba, child, can be pretty expensive. I was just talking to somebody and they were starting something, and the vendor, for a sample of something, it was like $190 and whatever. And I told her, I'm like, this is a sample. Like, it's not going to be free. Like, so don't sit up there and let people say, when you talk to these vendors, get them to send you this stuff for free. It's not going to work, because at the end of the day, they are making these products, so therefore you're going to have to pay something. Whether it's $100, $150, $190, $200, it's going to be something, but you got to look at that as your investment. Like, put that towards your investment. And things like that. Like, if you want to get into a lot of DIY makings. You know, I don't know if it's like cosmetic making, if it's a candle making, if you know how to if you know how to knit, if you know how to sew, get you some mannequins and start getting some fabrics. You know, you can go to these stores and ask for like samples, or I mean, I don't know if you can ask for samples, but I'm pretty sure you probably could. But or get like the sell ones, the things that they're throwing out. If you live in an area where you know they constantly throw out fabrics and stuff like that, find somebody that you know that got a van or a car. Get you some nice tape or some nice rope. Get you some nice rope, child. Get you some nice rope. Let me get you no tape, child. Cause that's just, you know, we ain't doing no tape. We ain't doing no tape now. Get you somebody that know. If you don't got a car, then you know. If you got a friend with a car or whoever, and if you know they throw out fabric at a certain time or a certain day, get you that friend. Get y'all some good rope, and you load that bitch on top of the car. If the car is small, you load that bitch on top of the car. You tie that bitch real tight. You know, you open the car door. Okay, you open the car door, you tie it to the roof of the car, you know, and then you can close your car door and stuff like that. Don't get no thick ass rope though. That way when it won't your door is not going to close or whatever the situation may be. And that's how you do it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta learn how to make things work for you. If it comes down to redecorating your room and you just been like, oh, I want to redecorate my room, that's your area of opportunity. So it's like I understand like furniture is on like back order, and you know the prices have went up. So what's the area of your opportunity? You don't have the finances for it. So get into the habit of saving, or, you know, if you work one job and it's part-time, work another one. You understand what I'm saying? You can work two jobs, bring in that income. You know, some people would say work overnight. I've worked overnight. It definitely messes up your sleep pattern. So, you know, if you're a person that you really don't care about your sleep, then go ahead and do it, child. Go ahead and do it. I've done it, been there, done that. Not looking forward to go back. Okay, so like I said, it could be mental, getting your mental together, how you think, how you view yourself, you know. All the time with me, even with my belly and all, I would get in front of my mirror after I done lotioned up, and I would smack my belly, and I would be, you know, or look at this sexy thing, look at this glowy skin, look at this, oh girl, you look good. And you know, maybe your area of opportunity is self-talk and how you perceive yourself and how you talk to yourself, and what you typically think about. You know, they normally say um, a idle mind is a devil's playground. So it's like, what can I do today? Maybe it's getting up and going to the mall. Maybe it's not even buying anything, but just being in the atmosphere of the mall. Maybe it's going to a park. Maybe it's like, I don't know, volunteering. You can volunteer. Like if you volunteer like at a pet shelter, or you know, look for somewhere, a garden probably. Maybe you can work somewhere that has like garden, you know, that needs like help with like gardening, and maybe you got a front yard and the backyard, and you can start your own little garden in there, growing your own fruits and vegetables and your flowers and stuff like that. So that could be your area of opportunity as well. Another area of opportunity is, you know, just eliminating certain things in your life and not holding on to things that, you know, and I always say this too, and it's going to go back to career as well, because I know a lot of us do this where because it pay good, or because it's closer to home, or you know, we grow some type of attachment to a job or whatever. It could be coworkers. You know, you grow so tight to your coworkers, like, oh, these are my best friends. Bitch, these are only your work friends, okay? Because after you leave, or this person leaves, it's a chance that y'all might not ever talk to each other again. You know, like I said, I've been there. I've been at jobs where, you know, I've grown attachment to friends, you know, like work friends. Like I'm like, oh, you know, these are my people, I can't just up and leave them. I don't want to be here at this job, but you know, I'm staying here for them. And at the end of the day, if you're not happy, like I always tell people, this is how you know if you're happy to work where you work at. Number one, do you wake up happy and excited about going to fuck there? Do you wake up happy and excited about going to work? The place that you work at. Do you wake up happy and excited? When you're there, are you so happy and excited to be there? Or is it when you wake up you want to call out? Or when you get there you're ready to go? Because if you wake up and you don't even want to get ready to go to work and you already want to call out, something's wrong. Okay? Something is wrong. And if you get there and you're there for 5, 10, 20 minutes and you're already complaining about how you want to go home, something is wrong. That's not the place for you. So your area of opportunity is doing some deep work, some work within, and figuring out what is it that you want, what is it that you're missing, what is it that you feel that you're lacking. And like I said, in order to descend, you have to ascend. And I'm the type of person, like, I'm pretty transparent, okay? Like, I'm the type of person, like, God has have shown me my lows and shown me how I have risen from them lows. He showed, like, I've seen myself descend and I've seen myself ascend. There's no down without up, okay? And if you go too far up, you might get stuck. Okay, so you're gonna have to come back down. So it's yin and yang, it's light and dark, it's shadow, it's light, it's figuring out who you are. Thoughts create your reality. So, if you're a person that thinks really heavy or negative or, dark, try to switch that up. Think a little bit more light and, and I don't want to say fluffy, but think a little bit more light and joyous and cheerful and stuff like that. I started because, like I said, I've been one with the negative self-talk and stuff like that. So I've been really working on, and I'm not the type of person that to come on here and talk about things and how to heal and how to get over things if I'm still working on it, or if I'm not, in that flow of figuring it out myself. It's people that would get on there and they would do it. They would like, this is how you do it, but yet they dealing with a whole lot of shit and they like that they can't even get straight. So I can't, you can't be of service to somebody else if you're not of service to yourself. You can't teach someone to heal and to grow and evolve and how to conquer things if it's still things in your life that you gotta conquer your fucking self. Like, you can have a fucked up relationship and teach people on how to have a healthy, like a happy relationship. Like, yeah, you're speaking from experience because you're speaking from your truth and whatever. But if you're still in that relationship, you can't tell me to leave my relationship. It's like, sis, you don't need to be talking to me. You don't need to be preaching this word to us. You need to be preaching this word to yourself, okay? You need to get out of your own relationship, do your healing, and then come back and tell us, or, tell us, the who, what, when, where, whys, and hows of how you've gotten out of it and what you've learned from it, and then give your advice and pointers. Because if you're dealing with Jim Bob, and Jim Bob over here punching you through the wall, you but that's just me. I feel like, yeah, you can say, I've been in crappy relationships or whatever, and this is what it is. Like, I've dated a guy that did this, or I've dated a female that was this, or I was in this marriage, or I was this, and I was that, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, yes, you can also, document your journey as you go on. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely document your journey as you go on. Like, hey, this is what I'm dealing with right now. It's hard for me to do this. Like, I'm trying to break away from this. I'm trying to break away from that. But when you go into a whole thing of trying to be like this big coach and, doing this, and you out there getting this, like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me, because I'm going to look at you and be like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't make, like, I'm just going to tell you, your sense ain't sensing. Your sense ain't sensing, okay? Bro and or sis. So, you gotta learn how to cut things out for you. And I always talk about this. I always talk about family too. Like, it's okay to grow apart from your family. Everyone is not meant to be a part of your journey. And I look at the title like mother, father, sister, brothers, and uncles, and whatever as titles, you know? Think of it as a book because your life is basically your book, right? Your life is your book. So think of it as your book. And you can change the title of the chapter. You can change the characters. You can change the title of your book. You can make it a part one, a part two, a part three. You know, I always tell people like you don't need people to succeed and to thrive. And you know, of course they say, you know, family or everything. I remember I was watching one video. It was like a while ago on YouTube, and it was a guy, and you know he was gay. You know, wore his wig, wore his, you know, he was a wig maker, and he had his makeup on. You know, I was like, all right, I see you. And he was like how his family, you know, his mother and his father pretty much shunned him, you know, and was like, you know, talking down on him and, you know, all this other stuff because of, you know, his lifestyle and what he do and stuff like that. So he said he cut them out. He was like, you know, if you don't support me, then you can't be a part of my life. Boom. There you go. I would tell y'all most people will talk shit about you, especially if you have like narcissistic parents or if you, especially if you grew up in a narcissistic codependency type of parent dynamic and stuff like that. You will notice the narcissistic parent and the codependent parent. And you have to make sure, and oftentimes, especially when you're young, that will rub off on you. So even you will become more, you know, codependent, or you will you would, you know, pick up traits of narcissism and stuff like that. Sometimes it can be a little bit of both or whatever. So you really gotta pay attention as you get older and really look at your parent and how, you know, their relationships and the things that your upbringing has affected you in this lifetime and stuff like that. Because sometimes people are only there for themselves. Like, you're going to have people that's going to be against you, that's going to tell you like, you know, your business is not good, nobody's going to buy stuff from your business, you know, you're not smart, you're not this, you're not that. But once you start making money, you put that business into plan, right? You put that business in a go. You start making your money, watch they come around. They're going to want to be an investor in your business. They're going to want to, oh, what you need me to do, what you need me to do. I need you to do what you was doing last week. I need you to mind your business and stay out of mine because this is my business and you're not invited into my business. Like, you know, I always tell people like, at the end of the day, your life mission is to worry about yourself. Because at the end of the day, if your health fails, then what? You can't be worried about, I gotta get my mama a house, I gotta get my daddy a car, I gotta set up a trust fund for my nieces and nephews. You can't worry about that because that's not your business to worry about. That's their parent business to worry about. Your mother and your father, your mother, a house is her business to worry about. And like, I understand, like, if she was, you know, a struggling parent, you know, she really was, or, you know, he or she was a struggling parent, and, you know, they worked 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and they was, you know, really trying to keep it together. And that's how you want to show, like, you know, I thank you, I love you for all the hard work and effort that you put in and all the sacrifices. Cool. If that's the story, but if you have shitty people in your life that's downing you, telling you that you ain't shit, why am I going to spend my riches on your comfort? Because you gotta look at it like this, right? You buy them a house, right? Who the fuck is going to pay for it when it gets who's going to pay for the repairs? Are they going to pay for the repairs, or are you going to pay for the repairs? Who's going to be paying like HOA and all this other stuff that's probably going to pop the hell up? They need a new pavement, new driveway. They need the lawn fixed or something like that. Do they got the finances for it? No. Okay. I feel like if you can get off your ass and start your job, why can't they? And it's not, oh, I'm old in age. Baby, I've seen grandmas on Instagram that's in their 70s looking good as hell. Okay? Making cooking videos, making, you know, life videos on YouTube in their 70s and their 80s. It's no age limit to success. There's literally no age limit to success. So if you have, you know, siblings or family members that's like, oh, well, I'm too old for this, it's because they allow themselves to be too old to do something. And it's not your job to, you know, financially support their comfort. It's not. It's not your job to financially support their comfort. It's not your job. It's not your job to You know, if you start a business, it's not your job to take care of your sisters and your brothers. It's not your job to take care of your parents. It's not your job to put money up for this. It's not your job to take people on vacation. It's not your job to, you know, pay for cousins or nieces or whatever, sweet 16 or sweet 18, unless it's something that you truly and genuinely want to do from the heart. Don't allow people to make you feel as if you have to. You know, oh, we family. Mm? So because we family, and I'm the successful one, and I'm the one that's out here busting my ass to do what I gotta do to make sure my business stay afloat. I gotta take care of you. I gotta make sure that you live comfortable. So I have to work even 20 times hard to take care of all y'all because y'all are incapable of taking care of yourself. Y'all just ain't gonna have the comfort. Y'all just gonna have to live the life of struggle. It's like you should never have to work your ass off to take care of people who's lazy as fuck and don't want to do it themselves. It's okay for you if they need help with starting up a business or the back end, you know, like the IRS and whatever that situation is. Cool, give them the help that they need. Like Glenda on Wizard of Oz. She ain't walked Dorothy down that yellow brick road. She showed her the bitch and said, "Hey, listen, trust your intuition. Follow the bitch." Okay? She said it's gonna lead you to where you wanna be, but you gotta make sure you stay on the path. You gotta make sure you keep the trust within yourself. There's gonna be obstacles and challenges that's gonna come along the journey, but you gotta make sure that you keep your eye on the prize. Okay? I'll be there, you know, little spricks and sprints when you need it. You know, when it's too tough, when the tough gets when it's too tough. What's that saying? When the tough get going. I don't know, child. Oh, okay. When it gets a little too tough. Remember on Wizard of Oz when she popped up. You know, I think she popped up a few times. But I don't know. I think it could have been that one time when that witch put the spell on the poppy seeds and whatever, and they was all sleeping. They were just like, you know, and then she came up and she was just like, wake up, you know, she just wakes up, and then they woke up and they was able to continue their journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, and along the journey, she met other people. She met Scarecrow, she met the Tin Man, she met the Lion, she met the Wizard. Like, she met people along the journey that also, you know, wanted better for themselves. The Scarecrow, he wanted a brain. The Tin Man, he you know, he wanted a heart. Lion, he wanted courage. Dorothy just wanted to get her ass home. Dorothy said, listen, we could go along this journey all the fuck day. I don't give a damn. Listen, as long as I get my ass home, y'all fuckers stay here. Y'all do what y'all do, because I ain't gonna be here, okay? Like, y'all can sit here and be bosom buddy friends or whatever the fuck y'all choose to be today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, next lifetime. I don't care, because my ass gonna be back in Kansas, okay? Kansas. And, which is one of my favorite movies. And I feel like, you know, it just comes to that point of opportunity. Like, where can I succeed at in my life that's going to benefit me the most? Not benefit anyone else, but benefit me. Like I said, you're going to have a lot of fake family, friends, naysayers that's going to, you know, if you start a business, right? Let's say you start a business, you start a wig business. You charging, you know, you got this vendor is money, okay? This vendor is money. You got to look at your tools, you know, everything goes into the pricing of your wig, okay? And even if you act like a candle maker, they're going to tell you, like, how you price your candle is basically you break down how much a can or your jar costs, how much your can lid or your jar lid costs, like per cost, like how much is it? It's 6 cents, 8 cents, 10 cents per can, per jar, per lid. You break down the wax, you break down your fragrance, you break down the tools that you use to create this, you break down just your colors, you break down everything, and that all adds up to your total on what you charge. So if you out there and you paying $600, $700, $1,000, $2,000 for these wigs, and you got your wig head, your wig stand, your T-pins, you got your combs, you got your brushes, you got your flat irons, you got your curlers, you got your wig caps, you got your developer, you got your dyes, you got your clips to keep it, to keep it in place. You got your shampoos, your conditioners, and all these other things. That all goes into the price of that wig. That all goes into the price of that wig, because at the end of the day, I have to use the products that I bought to create this wig. So therefore, you're not just paying for the hair, you're paying for the whole entire process. Like you're paying my time and my labor. You're paying what each thing costs. Like, and I'm not saying like if this job conditioner costs $5, you add $5 onto that. No, because you're not using $5 worth of that jar of conditioner or shampoo or heat protecting. You're not using $5 worth of that jar. That's just what that jar costs, like the whole entire jar. So what is the percentage that you're using? Is it 2% of that jar? Is it 0.6%? Like, what is the percentage of that jar that you're using on this hair? And that's how you build it into your course. Look at me, give me your business tips and stuff like that. Okay, come through. So, child, who be these people that be texting me and stuff like that? I mean, so pretty much that's how you do it. But like I said, going back to it, you're gonna have people that's going to be and I keep going back because some of y'all might have to keep going back. Some of y'all might have to keep redoing something. Like I said, look out for the snakes in the road. Look out for sneaky people. Look out for people that's gonna talk shit behind your back on the daily, on the weekly, on the monthly, on the whateverly. And then when you start to, and especially you're gonna start to see people and how they truly act once you start to get the materials for your stuff and you start to use spaces in your place. They're going to talk shit about the space that you use in. But then once you start creating it, they're going to want some. You create cosmetics. They're going to want some cosmetics. You sell eyelashes or, lash glue or whatever it is, they're going to want that. You understand what I'm saying? You sell candles. They're going to want some of your candles. You sell apparel. They're going to want some of your apparel. Bitch, you got to pay for it because I had to pay for it. You're not getting shit free, okay? You're not getting it free. No. If I had to go out here and for my apparel line, I had to put out $2,000, and bitch, if a sweatsuit of mine costs $80, you paying that $80. I'm not here to serve you or to make you feel good. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I understand, like, if it's like a friend or a family member that you really rock with, like you really rock with them, and, they got like a following, let's say, they got like bunch of people on TikTok or Twitter or Instagram or YouTube. Cool. Let them brand it. Let them put it out there. Allow them to put it out there to get you out there. Create that business ship with your friend or, with those trusted people. But if it's people that ain't got no goddamn following, okay, baby, you just gonna have to wait until I drop a sale in order to get your stuff. That's just how I think, okay? Because at the end of the day, we all got bigger plans for ourselves. Maybe you want to buy land in another country. Like, I know somebody that just bought land in Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Like Africa, they just bought land in Africa. They second property in Africa. So maybe you want to buy land in Hawaii. Maybe you want to buy land in a whole other country or something like that and build a house or whatever the situation may be. How you want to get there? So, like I said, you got to find the opportunities, the areas of opportunities within yourself first and see where can you work, where can you put your time, your attention, and your focus and all that. So if you're a person that likes to argue and fight all the time, pull it back. It's not worth it, okay? It's not worth it. If you're a person that like to, be petty and downplay people and talk shit about people all the time, it's like, where is that getting? Because at the end of the day, you talking shit about somebody, isn't solving the issue. You talking shit about somebody is not going to solve the issue. You pulling back and minding your business and telling people I don't care about this. Don't talk to me about this. Either one, they're going to stop talking to you about it, and they're going to be like, oh, okay, this person don't care. Or they're going to get mad that you don't care about other people's business. It's other people's business, it's not mine, so I don't give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying? It's like I don't care. Like I genuinely don't care about what goes on with the life of somebody else, because how does that affect me? How does that help me out in my life? Me being in everybody else's business, like how does that affect me? Like how does that help me in my life? It don't. It don't help you. You being in somebody else's business does not help you in your life. It don't help you grow. It don't help you evolve. You're a gossiper. You're in everybody else's business. Pull yourself back. Tell people I don't care about this. Mind your own business. And it is basically what the fuck it is. So yeah, y'all. This was the area of opportunity. Bam. Yeah. Yeah. Get it. It's something about you, girl, that makes my head want to twirl. I'm gonna listen to that song. But yeah, y'all, I hope that this reaches who it needs to reaches, and y'all understand what the fuck y'all need to understand, okay? Okay. So yeah, y'all, this is out. I'm out. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. Okay.